Hello friends, we'll be discussing the concept of main features now. Now, we've already understood what perfect competition is. Now we'll be understanding the main features of this specific perfect competition. What exactly are the main features? What are the benefits of it? And how exactly this perfect competition works here. Let's understand with certain pointers related to it first so that you can understand what exactly you are trying to understand, what basic things you will be understanding in it. Now, the first feature refers to homogeneous products. Homogeneous refers to common products. That means similar kind of product being sold out in the market by every seller here. In a perfect competition, it is not possible to distinguish between the products of individual firms. In perfect competition, it is very much possible that you cannot distinguish, or rather you cannot figure out what is a different product or what is the difference between the product, because every product looks, or rather it looks similar, very familiar here. Now, there are no distinctive features of the product associated with the specific firm. It also says there are no distinctive features. That means if product A, or rather firm A is selling out product 1, firm B is selling out the same product 1, firm A and firm B will not have two distinctive features. Whatever features are there in firm A with this specific product will be the same feature in firm B with the similar product here. Hence, there is no differentiation as any specific. The product in that sense is homogeneous and undifferentiated. Hence, we call it as homogeneous and undifferentiated. To the buyer, product supplied by one firm is a perfect substitute of that supplied by another. To any buyer, specifically any person who is going to purchase that product, it is a perfect substitute. It is one complete substitute itself. You cannot even say that it is a close substitute. It is a perfect substitute. If firm A is not available, or rather firm A doesn't have that specific product, firm B will definitely have the same kind of product, because there is no differentiation. It is a complete homogeneous product. Hence, now the next feature refers to large number of sellers. As here there are different sellers who are very humongous with the same kind of product. Hence, this is the main feature again. Perfect competition is characterized by many firms. Here, the term large denotes the fact that no individual firm is in position to significantly influence the total supply of the industry and thereby affect the price of the product. That means it says that one single seller cannot influence the price. It has no power to influence the price of this specific product. Why? The reason being, there are different sellers, and those different sellers together can do something, but one individual seller cannot turn the industry upside down in terms of this specific product, or rather where this kind of competition is being followed. Hence, every firm in the industry is thus a price taker, not a price maker. Basically, every firm here is a price taker. Whatever price is decided, that will be taken by the specific firm itself. It can sell any quantity of its own product at going price. Whatever price is going on, n number of quantities can be sold out at that same price here. For it, the demand of its product is perfectly elastic. Hence, we call the demand of these specific products, or rather perfect products, to be very elastic. It depends on how much quantity you require, what is the price, take it out. That is the basic relation here. It is, of course, must be remembered that the maximum quantity which the firm can supply is insignificantly small when viewed in a relation to the aggregate supply of the industry as a whole. It is, of course, we can absolutely make sure that there is one thing that is very common here. It must be remembered that the maximum quantity which the firm can supply is insignificantly small. Whatever max one firm can supply, okay, that is very small as compared to the whole industry that can supply. So it's like when you take one mug of water from the swimming pool, you just take one mug of water from that swimming pool. You don't take the whole swimming pool at all. So the whole swimming pool is the industry. One firm is giving out only one mug of water. Imagine how many mugs and how many firms can be there. That's the kind of relation that you can have here. Now, the next feature refers to large number of buyers. Just like large number of sellers here, we have large number of buyers as well. Let's read it out. Perfect competition is also characterized by many buyers who are in competition with each other for the available supply. Like perfect competition, which is characterized by many buyers who are in competition with each other for available supply. So if 10 units or 100 units of stocks are available, there will be different people who will want a different quantity. So there are a large number of buyers basically. The number is so large that any single buyer may change the quantity purchased without insignificantly affecting the total demand. The number is so large here of the buyers that one person or rather one buyer can change the quantity no matter what it is. If firm A, firm B, firm C, firm A is giving out 10, this is giving out 50, this is giving out 60. All right, this is the quantity. Now if one buyer gets only 5 units from here because of the availability, this buyer can go here also, this buyer can go here also, depending on the kind of amount he wants. So if firm A is giving out only 5, he will take those 5 and he'll go to the next shop, he'll go to the next firm and take that thing. Why? Is because there are a number of sellers and there are a number of buyers. So it doesn't matter how much quantity one firm can give. It doesn't matter how much quantity all the firms can give. If his requirement is 100 units, he can take from different firms because the price is going to be the same. The product is going to be the same. Hence, it doesn't matter kahan se liya jata hai. It is not at all necessary for them to understand the logic behind this. Hence, in market and affecting the price of the product, like an individual of the firm, an individual buyer is also a price taker. Again, the buyer is here a price taker because if the price maker itself is not available, both the buyer and seller are price taker here because price maker is the market. He can buy any quantity of the product he likes at the going price. To him, the product has perfect elasticity of supply. Just like the seller has perfect elasticity of supply here, same thing goes for the specific buyer as well. Now, the next feature refers to full knowledge of market. Complete knowledge of market. As we discussed while discussing, or rather in the first place itself, we discussed what exactly is perfect competition. That means everyone has every knowledge about the price. Both the buyer and the seller are completely aware about what the price is going on, what is the product, and what is the use of it. Hence, it is assumed that in perfect competition, every buyer and seller has full knowledge of the prevailing price of the product, or is also the price being asked by the seller and being offered by the buyer. For example, you see that you want to buy an iPhone. All right, this iPhone, you know, that's an XR iPhone that you want to buy. The price would be somewhere around, let's take 1 lakh. Okay, you and the whole world is aware about this price. Now all of a sudden you go to some seller who is selling out iPhones. He gives out this iPhone to you, or rather he says that this iPhone is for 1,50,000. Will you buy this phone? It's the same product, same model, same storage capacity. Earlier online price is 1 lakh, here it is 1,50,000. All right, will you buy? This won't be a perfect competition because you as a buyer are completely aware that 1 lakh is the price, nothing more than that can be shaded out to buy this product. Okay, something less than that, if he gives this out for 50,000, yes, of course you'll buy 2 of them. But here, if you know that 1 lakh is the price of 1 unit, you cannot have any amount going up that. Hence, this perfect knowledge enables every buyer and seller to make use of any opportunity that may exist to strike a better bargain. But this kind of knowledge, if you don't have, or rather if you're not completely aware about this knowledge, then in that case, yes, you might end up paying more. But if you have knowledge, you can bargain on this price. You can say that, okay, 1 lakh is a really big amount. On discounts, Amazon is giving it for 95,000 or 92,000 or 90,000, maybe whatever the price is. You can strike a balance there, you can strike a bargain there. That can be done by the buyer and the seller itself. Now the next refers to, or rather the next feature is economic rationality. Economic rationality is another feature of perfect competition. What does it mean? It means that every buyer and seller is motivated by his own economic interest in his decision to buy or sell. I buy and I purchase goods because I have certain economic interest in them. I want to buy those goods because it is cheap for me right now and I need those kind of goods. I need that kind of quantity, hence I'm buying. Same thing goes with the seller here. Everyone has their economic requirements and their economic interest in it. This, coupled with the assumption of perfect knowledge, ensures that a uniform price prevails in the market. Same like iPhone. I want an iPhone, I know the price. Hence, that is the price that will be taken into consideration. Hence, that is known as economic rationality. Economic rationality means you having knowledge about things that are going in, that are going out. Now, the next term refers to no transportation cost. Perfect knowledge, or rather perfect competition, no transportation cost here. It is assumed that there is no transaction cost to be incurred by buyers and sellers in their activities. The price paid by the buyer is exactly equal to the price received by the seller. Price paid by the buyer is exactly, if 10 rupees is the cost, the seller cannot charge 1 rupee additional for saying this thing that okay, I'm transporting these goods to your place. No, it doesn't matter. 10 rupees is the price, I'll give you 10 rupees only. That is the knowledge that everyone has here. Hence, there is no resource cost in terms of time or other expenses to be incurred. That is, there are no transaction costs. Let's take an example. You call for certain things at home. Okay, there is a shop underneath your house, and you know, okay, this shop will deliver the goods to my house. Will you pay him 1 rupees or 10 rupees additional on the top of all the goods? You must have taken certain biscuits, you must have taken certain breads, anything, etc. Any general store things you must have taken there. Now, let's consider that you have taken all these things, okay? Will you pay 10 rupees additional, or for that fact 20 rupees additional, just because it's delivering goods to your house? No, you will pay exactly the same amount of the bill. That means whatever amount the biscuit, bread and every other thing that you have called for, the total amount of that will be paid there. No transportation cost. Hence it is said no transportation cost here. It's a perfect competition. This shop isn't giving, some other shop will give you, so it's a perfect competition here. In particular, a seller has no need to incur any selling expenses, say in the form of advertisement. No advertisement has to be done. Why? Because this is a well-known product. Everything is absolutely known to the people. It's a completely established product here. Because his product is not differentiated from the product supplied by the other sellers. Why? Is because all these products that are being sold out, the other firm is not selling out certain different product. It is the same product that is being sold out. Hence, no advertisement is required. Hence, there is no transportation cost, or rather, there is no additional cost here. Now, the next refers to, or rather, the next feature is free entry and free exit. Perfect competition is also characterized by free entry and exit. Basically, the term entry and exit apply to the suppliers, though their coverage can be extended to the buyers also. Usually, free entry and free exit is only related to the suppliers, it is not related to the buyers at all. It means that given enough time, any existing firm can close down and leave the industry. It's very simple to understand. Or any new firm can enter the industry. Unlike monopoly, whereby you know that there are, rather monopoly or monopolistic competition, where there are certain barriers to enter the competition or to exit the competition. Rather, exiting me, there is no other competition. When you enter any such competition where monopolistic and monopoly markets are going on, there are a lot of barriers that you have to clear out before you enter that thing. But in perfect competition, anyone can enter, anyone can leave the industry. It's that transparent and clear. There is no legal, institutional, or technical hurdle in doing so. It is only estimated economic benefits or losses that guides the firm in their decisions. No legal barriers, nothing related to it, only economic front, economic interest is supposed to be considered here. Similarly, any existing buyer of the product can increase his purchase. I used to take 10 units of certain product from one seller. Now I want 100 units. I can manage that. I can absolutely go ahead with that. It is up to my requirement here. Now, this new buyers can also enter the market and offer to buy any quantity they like. There are new buyers. I require certain raw materials, and I am a new producer, or rather, I am a new firm here. I want to buy from this firm. I can take that thing. It is absolutely possible for me. There is no legal condition, there is no requirement of clarifying, or there is no steps basically that I have to achieve this step, and only after this I can go further ahead with that. Hence, there is no such bonding, no such binding here. The next one refers to perfect mobility of factors of production. What is perfect mobility of factors of production? Mobility is movement. The one main feature of perfect competition is perfect mobility of factors of production. The factors of production are free to move from one firm to another. It is also assumed that workers can move between different firms, which imply that skills can be learned easily. Factors of production may be raw material, okay, it may be labor, okay, all these things, or rather all the factors of production, they can move from firm A to firm B. It is absolutely possible. This is one of the best feature of perfect competition here, because the products are going to be the same. product A or other firm A also manufactures the same product, firm B also manufactures the same product. These labors can work here also, these labors can work here also. Why? Is because they're producing the same kind of product. Raw materials, if A has excess raw materials, B can take the raw material from A. Of course the price has to be paid there, but of course, yes, the products are same, hence there is no shortage of raw material, no shortage of labor here, because skilled labors and skilled, or other skilled labors and raw material, both that is required for making the same product is available in abundance here. Hence, there is free mobility of factors of production. Now, no government regulation is another feature. It is also assumed that there is no government regulation. Government has no interference in terms of tariffs and subsidies, etc. Now, when we are talking about perfect competition, government doesn't intervene in this kind of market competition. There is no tariff, no subsidies, or no intervention related to all these things here. Hence, government is completely out of this. So, all these features that we have studied right now, all these are the main features of perfect competition. I hope this video has given you a clarity about in-depth details of all these features that has been explained here on this specific video. So, that's it for the day. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.